Starter is ready. Flag is up. They're off. Jumping away in the Grade 2 Ladbrokes Wayward Lad Novices chase. 2 miles in front of the field. 12 fences to be jumped on the way round. And Arkle in the hands of James Bowen wants to set the early gallop. Charges off by a couple of lengths as they approach fence number 1. In quite tight to the first, but neat, nimble at it, and they were all up and over okay. On the left-hand side, Hansard not too far from the pace at the moment. Lump Sum is also tracking the leaders as they come over the second, at which Arkle, very awkward, James Bowen did very well. Had to sit incredibly tight. Not quite got feet back in yet, now sorted. So Arkle remains just about in front as they come quickly onto the third, at which Mirabad will apply pressure and with a slick leap comes on by. So Mirabad with Arkle, little between them as they bob under the line first time. Couple of lengths away to Hansard in third position with Lump Sum, the dark blue and white, now back into fourth place onto the all-weather section. Didn't handle the turn too well there, Lump Sum, just shuffled a bit wider around the bend. Mambonumberfive comes up, that one's inside, 3 parts of a length behind last of the 5-runner field. Going onwards to the next 2 fences now, it'll be 4 and 5, the 5th, second in this line, the first of the open ditches. Arkle for the Ollie Murphy team, probably just about back in front. Mirabad, though, continues to jump very nicely on the outside for Harry and Dan Skelton. Onto the ditch first time. Mirabad, Arkle, little in it. Mirabad asked for a huge leap on the outside and responded. Lump Sum just flicking into it, back down the order with Hansard still in third place. Mambonumberfive for Ben Jones, Ben Pauling, still last of the 5 as they now come towards this right-hander. Little bit of a run before they leave the ground again. Number 6 will be there next in this line of 4. It is Mirabad, the Exeter winner. Out in front, zipping along. 2 lengths from Arkle in second, 2 from 3 for him so far over fences. Close behind is Hansard, successful last time at Lingfield as they go over the first in this line. Lump Sum, third in that Grade 1 contest, Sandown last time after the impressive Jukebox success, has only got Mambonumberfive in behind. Mambonumberfive made a bit of a mess of that, almost ran through it, but he didn't check any sense of momentum. He kept on rolling. Mambonumberfive is looking to preserve his unbeaten record over fences. Ditch time again, Mirabad, quite steep to it that time. Mambonumberfive also not the best at the back of the field. 1 or 2 errors are starting to creep into the contest as Mirabad continues to press on up top. Stuttery on the approach that time. Arkle in second. Hansard in third. Lump Sum is still just behind them in fourth. The pace has been pretty hot along this section of the course as Harry Skelton again tries to stretch his field. Mirabad turning for home. Back of the field, Mambonumberfive about 7-8 lengths off the leader, which will be Mirabad as they level in the Ladbrokes Wayward Lad with 3 left to jump. Mirabad by a half. On the outside, Arkle tries to respond. Hansard in behind. Now Mambonumberfive on the right is coming. Lump Sum under pressure. 3 from home. Mirabad is still in front, still by more than a length now. But on the right, Mambonumberfive is emerging and cruising upsides. Mambonumberfive joins Mirabad at the second last and takes it just in front. Mambonumberfive from Mirabad. Hansard in third. Lump Sum not laying a glove on these today. Down to the last. Mambonumberfive now tries to kick on. Has gone clear by 3. At the last, Mambonumberfive. A soaring leap and it's clear. 5-6 lengths the advantage from Mirabad and Hansard, who are fighting out second and third. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambonumberfive.
It's a Kempton Christmas meeting that gets better and better for Ben Jones. We just spoke to Ben Pauling, Ben Jones, the rider, after yesterday. To deliver Mambonumberfive like that, Ben was saying that you probably, or he hadn't gone as fast as that in his life, so to finish like he has, how thrilling was it?
No, it was brilliant. I was probably a little bit worried going down the back straight. He got close to 1 and then it just took me 3 or 4 just to get back into the rhythm. But leaving the back straight, I didn't think I would be getting to the front of 2 out and the way he did it. So look, he's got an engine and he seems to be getting better with each run.
Ben was saying ever since, the Aintree, Newbury, you've always rated this fellow highly. Are we now starting to see what you guys have seen at home, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. We've always had him in high regards, but him being 4, we got to kind of let him tell us when and how and what to do. So he's progressed with each run. Obviously, he's been in handicaps up until today, and the 4-year-old allowance, yeah, you'd like to think it helped, but he won quite cosily in the end. So maybe if he didn't have the £6, he still would have won.
Is he doing this despite the ground and despite, arguably wanting further in time?
I think he shouldn't be winning on this ground, especially over 2 mile. If it was soft, heavy ground over 2 mile, I think that would be his perfect trip at this present time. But look, if they go on a good gallop, which 2 mile chasers, novice chasers seem to go, then he kind of picks up the pieces at the end, which is working out well. So as long as he can keep tabs and not get too far behind, he'll always finish quite fast.
And so what, Aintree, Newbury, Kempton, the nature of the tracks, Ben's already cited a little bit of concern about what Cheltenham and an Arkle would provide, but knowing him and feeling him as you do you think, by March of his 5-year-old year, he'd be better equipped?
Yeah, I think, like I said, he's got better with each run.
Yeah.
Like he's actually attacking his obstacles now, and he is a lot slicker and quicker. But I think come March, we'd like to think we'd have a bit softer ground than good ground, and that would help him out on a stiff track like that. So, no, I'm looking forward to him, and I think we've got to remember he is only 4, turning 5, and we've got a long future ahead with him.
Last question, how many times did you manage to watch back the replay last night?
I'd say I lost count. It's got to be over 20, I'd say. But
was it really?
Yeah, it's got to be. Obviously, it was a brilliant day yesterday, and I was having videos and stuff of Mr. Paulin dancing around on the tables and having a good time with all his team. So
you obviously keeping the head down, keeping pro for the next day.
I drove home and had a cup of tea, and that was me done. I had 10-2 today, so I couldn't celebrate too much. But off to Catterick today now for tomorrow. So always keep going.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
It's been a special 2 days here at Kempton for Ben Pauling. After yesterday, it caps it all off with Mambonumberfive performance like that, doesn't it?
It does really. That was cool. I mean, I must admit, turning down the back and even jumping the last in the back, I thought, well, he's got a lot to do, because I was a little concerned the ground was going to be quick enough for him over 2 miles.
You've been on record saying he wants it a bit slower.
Yeah, and Benny said, look, he jumped okay, but he took one with him down the back just because he was going faster than he's ever been before.
Right.
But he'll have learned a lot again from that, and that's really promising for going forward.
Has he always, through the chasing career so far, which is, look, there's substance to what he's been doing. I don't need to tell you that at Aintree, and of course at Newbury, the form is there. Has he always been exceeding your expectations, or have you just believed every step that he's, right out of the top drawer?
No, we've always believed. He's a big, strong boy, even though he's only 4. And I knew he was just going to get better and better with time, but we are literally biding our time until we step him up in trip.
Okay.
But for this season, it looks like we're just going to have to keep him at 2 miles and look forward to the future.
Does today change any plans you had going forward, or are you making new ones?
No, I think I always thought he was probably good enough to run an Arkle.
Okay.
The question mark there will be the track. The French tracks are all flat. We took him to Cheltenham once, first one out last year. It was a complete disaster. He was too fresh, pulled really hard and pulled up coming down the hill. Yeah. But I think he's a more mature horse this year, and I think actually the stiff test will suit him very well.
And do you have a route map, if you will, between now and then?
Well, I think he needs to run. Again, if you tried to take this lad off the boil, he'd probably lose too much fitness and become almost unrideable. He's a big, strong boy at home. So he probably needs to run again. You've got options of Kingmakers and various other races like that. But I would suggest I will try and pick my way without being non-competitive. I don't think we necessarily need to go and take Lalamba on. I think Lalamba's an exceptional horse, and I think this is a very good horse. And I'm not saying we're not good enough to compete, but I don't think we need to do it before March.
Lastly, how's the head this morning?
Very good, thank you.
A good day last night.
We had a fabulous evening. I'm very fortunate with some incredible staff. We all get on ridiculously well, and we made sure we were all in the same pub and had a few last night.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.